Hello, everybody, and welcome to Amy Sews and January Serger Box opening What's in the Box for my Serger subscribers. I'm Amy from Amy Sews. That's Jim, who's missing. He's coming. Jim is running late. So we're so excited about the January project. As promised, we're doing a garment. And so this is January, February, March. Guess what? We're doing, it's not a garment for March, right? It's an accessory to garment. It can be, right?
Yeah.
It's fabric. We're working with fabric and we're making something for you to wear, right? Hello, Miss Vicky. Yep, there's Jim. Jim's not missing. he just took a little quick detour around the block.
Took the long way around.
Hey, Caroline. Oh, you're excited about the project. Good. So are we. Like,
yeah, it was fun.
We're excited. And I love working with Amanda's bundles. That's where your fabric come from. And so yeah, and the patterns are like a nice download, that kind of thing. So we got Texas in the house. Hello, Texas. God bless Texas.
Hi, Barbara.
Now a lot of our locals are what do we want to call it? Our top contributors.
Oh,
Let's call it that. How's that? Yes. So I'm missing a piece of paper, but that's okay. Sorry, I'm just looking at what's in here as we're waiting for people to pop on. All right, as always, in your box.
What's in the box?
Sandra, we're getting our crews ready. We're going to miss you. Okay, so in your box, you're going to have your tip sheet, right? And that is so important for what you're going to do. Here's how you get in the box. We have new Serger Box members. So we want to welcome everybody. We were overwhelmed with a response. So we are so excited you're here with us. I think we had 26 new Serger members this month. So we ran out of kits, which we know, but we don't know. So we've added more for March's box. So if you want to hop in March, you can hop in and you can always join the wait list. And then we send out an email when we have a space available. If someone cancels mid-month or something like that, we can squeeze you in. All right. So Jim, when they go in your box, you have the code to download your hoodie. It won't cost you anything.
So your pattern's free.
Your pattern's free. And how nice is that? And they go up to a size. Did I see a 10X?
Yeah. It goes from double extra small to 10X.
Yeah.
And they do run true to size.
And so we're doing the Delmar Dolman hoodie. Now, with that being said, you do not have to make the hoodie. There's a cowl option.
Yeah.
You can have the pouch in the front, not put the pouch in the front. Jim made one for Mary, and it is the tunic version. And Mary is an extra small, right? She's a beanpole.
Yeah.
So it is pretty much straight up and down. So the tunic, it probably goes mid-thigh, right? Do you think, Jim, it goes that long?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it goes about mid-thigh.
And then there's a shorter version, and then you can go up to like the bottom of the pocket.
Yes. Oh,
And then there's a shorty.
Then there's a shorty, right? Yes. Everybody is missing a shoelace. I did all the paperwork and got ready prior to the guy telling me he could not ship me all the shoelaces in the colors I needed. So I didn't want to go to Walmart, or I could go to Walmart and find 300 shoelaces.
But that would have been white.
I apologize for that, but we're going to show you an option when we do the class next Tuesday. I don't even know what date that is, but that is, so today's the 9th. So that's the
15th?
16th. 16th is the
next
next
changes
Tuesday.
every day.
Yeah, every day. So anyhow, so in your kit, you received 2 yards of this beautiful blue heather fleece, a yard of the rib knit dyed to match. That is so impossible to find. So I'm excited. Thank you, Amanda. Yeah. And you can go to amandasbundles.com and check out her website. She has beautiful knits. And Jim was able to cut out my 2X and Mary's extra small out of one kit. So do your kind of pre-layout, right? Because when you get your pattern, I don't want it to be overwhelming. This is the miniature. This is the, if you want to make it
The
for
Barbie
for
version.
your Barbie version. But this is all your pieces. And for those of you unfamiliar, you're going to find your size and pick your color, right? And that is the color you cut the entire time. So you will print this pattern on 8.5 by 11 sheets and then tape them together to make one big pattern. Okay, so
and there's also an instruction booklet. So read your instruction booklet.
Yep, you
on how to work with the pattern. You download it, and on page 3, it goes over all the sizing. And I would suggest if you like it a little roomier, like Mary prefers hers a little roomier, you may want to go up a size or 2 to make it a little bigger, because this fit 2 size for her.
What did I do with her picture? It's on my phone, but I put my phone down so it wouldn't ring when we were doing our live. So
well, I have it on my phone. I can my phone,
you could get whatever. Okay. So anyhow, so this fit her
perfectly
with a little bit of ease, right? So it looked like a cute little dress. But if you like extra fluff or you wear a sweatshirt underneath, you might want to size up.
Otherwise, it's going to be a little tight.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. So your shoelaces, unfortunately, you did not get a shoelace. And I ordered from a company that makes shoelaces to the color that is of your sweatshirt, because I am a tone on tone kind of girl. And after he committed, then he uncommitted. And I already had the paperwork in your kits. So I apologize for that. But I'm going to show you how to.
Like a shoelace substitute.
Yes. So we have a couple ideas to teach you how to do. And
I got homework for you. And what that is read your directions on how, I would say maybe not even cut it out if you want to wait, but read your directions and have a notepad and pencil handy. So when you're going through it, if you have any questions, please write them down in your notepad. Then next week during live class, you can ask your question then. Or if you email me, put attention Jim in the subject line at support@amysews.com. And I will take all the questions and I'll go through them, organize them, and have answers ready for next week's class.
Yeah, perfect. So Carol asked, where's the instruction booklet? It's in the download.
Yeah, in your when you go to
when you open your kit, the code is there. I can't show the code because there's people here just don't belong to the box and just kind of lurking around. So no free pattern for you.
Yeah, because it's only exclusive to people that are box members.
Right, exactly. So if you're just now watching this, so
and when you click on the Delmar pattern, and you'll download the pattern pieces. There's even like a little pattern sheet instructions, and then there is the sewing directions. And in your email, you'll also have the link for a tip sheet that I wrote that goes along with how to lay out, how to cut, how to sew.
Yeah, not in your email. It's in your library at Amy Sews. For those of you who are brand new, make sure you follow these directions. If you cannot get in, it's with the email you signed up for that's attached to your payment. Okay, because some of you people got 5 or 6 emails. And it's just like, it drives us crazy. But for the minute you can't get in, now you won't see anything. Ed's going to put the Jim's tip sheet up probably tomorrow, so you can log in and figure out the login process so you don't miss the live class. And then we have the live class on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And then any extra recordings that we do will be there. Like if we do a bonus something or other, we can add that in there.
And Nancy got her pattern already put together.
Good job.
All right, Nancy.
Yes. So your code to download your pattern, as soon as you get your kit, it's right there. And but I'm with Jim. I always read through my directions first, and you may find a fuzzy spot and you just kind of circle it, right? So when we do the live class, you can make notes in those spots and you can ask questions like, hey, I'm stuck on step number 46. What does this mean? So hopefully we can get it all.
Because I'll be honest, I was a little confused on one part, and it was like, oh, okay, because it was over like 2 pages, and it was a little tricky going back and forth.
Right.
And then once I figured, I was like, okay, got it. So I had to change something. So I actually put that in your notes too.
Yeah, absolutely. So Jim made the version kind of straight from the directions, right?
Yeah, except I changed one thing. You could have like a short sleeve with ribbing, and I decided to add the ribbing to it, which Mary loved it because she said it was like a really nice design and detail.
So you can do it short sleeve, but Jim added a row of ribbing so it looked like a break at the sleeve, and then the pocket was cover stitch. And if you don't have cover stitch, don't sweat, right? I did not cover stitch my pocket on. So the detail I'm working on is, if you guys watched Make It Monday, yesterday with Jim about doing the serger binding, you can always go to the Facebook page videos and rewatch it, because this is using the fusible thread. So this is my little pocket, kangaroo pouch or whatever, and I bound it in contrasting fabric. So you can see I have this dang camera and I are going to get along. You can see it has a finished serger edge, almost like a cover stitch, right? Kind of a faux cover stitch. And there's fusible thread here that fuses the binding in place. And then I'm just going to top stitch it. And then for the hood, Jim opted to use the ribbing to line his hood and to line the kangaroo pouch, so it wasn't as thick. You have plenty of ribbing.
Yeah.
Plenty of ribbing. And then I decided to line my hood with the contrasting fabric that matches my pouch. So this is just cotton. So you can choose a cotton if you want. Now realize anytime you add cotton to a knit, what happens? No more stretch. No more stretch.
Yeah.
And if you want to do the binding on the outside, go watch the Make It Monday video. And then you have to cut the strips for your kangaroo pouch on the bias, because you got to,
There's a curve on it.
there's a curve in there, right? It looks kind of like a pair of underpants when you're sewing. Now that's something we haven't done in the box, is make your own undies, right?
I think I'm off that day.
You're off. Jim's off that day. We could make a pair of boxers, Jim. Come on. But back in the day, right? And I'm talking 25 years-ish ago, we had beautiful tricot in the store with dyed to match lace and dyed to match elastic. And we made our slips, we made our underpants. It was great serger project. Now that material is probably almost impossible to find. And it would be $400 for a pair of underwear, probably, by the time you got everything you needed for it. So the flowered fabric, that is a caif. It's a caif. There's no, I will tell you, Terry, there is not much left in the store. So let me know. You're going to need
half a yard.
Half a yard. Well, cutting the bias.
3/4.
3/4 of a yard. So anyhow, let me know. I can hang on to it for you. But yeah, it's just soft and pretty. But I think I'm going to I'm going to tack this up on my hood. I'm going to tack it right in the seam so it's rolled back. So you do see a little bit of that. It's Kafe, Kaffe facet. It's his chrysanthemums. And he's done that pattern 20 years, maybe. Just comes out in different colorways.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody will have this color blue. Yes. And I know it's hard for me to pick a color for everybody, but it's worse when I send out 5 different colors and then everybody gets like, oh, I wanted that color. So it's tough on us. We had Amanda pick the color. So we'll blame Amanda if you don't like the color. So anyway, okay, let's see what else we want to talk about. So we're going to show them how to make their own string. And of course, you always can use a shoestring. If you get mad at your spouse, just pull one out of their shoe. Don't be going to Kohl's and going through the new shoe boxes and grabbing a shoestring.
No.
That would not be good. All right. So when you open your kits, you're going to download your pattern. And then all my newbies, I want you to test getting into your library, because you'll log into Amy Sews with the email your payment is attached to. And then your little library will show up and you'll have nothing in it because it's your first library. And so, but we'll try to put something up there so you can find it. Vicki likes the blue. Good. Yeah. Blue's pretty a neutral color. And I don't want to do all black. The next project, what is this? March. Jim has been working on scan and cut all day today. I have been working on the cruise. PJ's here with me. Some of you talked to PJ in customer service. And we've been working on cruise stuff and scan and cut stuff because that has to be done before we go away. But the next serger project, I'm so excited about it. You're not going to worry about fitting anything, which is a good thing. But we have the most beautiful heathered gray sweater knit coming in. And that's all I'm going to tell you. What we're making is so fashionable.
That's a good one. Yeah.
It's fashionable, and it's for everybody, right? If you like your clothes a little plainer or not frilly, it'll work. If you're a frill person, it'll work. If you're a classic dresser, it'll work. It's going to work for everybody. Okay, let's see. Debbie said, okay, I'm sorry about these glasses. Honest to Pete, when Jim and I move the studio one of these days,
we'll have better lighting.
It's a 50-inch monitor. Mm-hmm. Yes, and we'll be able to see. This monitor is a little difficult. It says, I'm in the class only. Where do I find the pattern? So this paperwork will be in your downloads, right? Where you go to watch your class. There's a little download folder that has all the paperwork in it. And so you'll see that paperwork. That's where your magic code is. And you'll go from there. And if you have any supported Amy Sews, always, we try to get back to you guys and kind of manage. You know, we know it's different than like when you go to Embroidery Garden and you hit download and it goes to your email and there it is, right? All the videos you guys pay for, we keep in a separate domain outside of Facebook or YouTube. Because if one of those platforms goes, you lose everything and I lose everything. And so 2 years ago, my Facebook pages were hacked. I lost everything. And so that's why you have to log in so you can see it. It's really, it is 10 times safer for you to figure out how to log into Amy Sews where the IP and the VPN are protected than us hanging out in a group in Facebook. So, or YouTube. I have some customers that don't do Facebook. They just do YouTube. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm glad you're loving the blue, the blue.
And make sure if you have a construction question on making the hoodie, cutting out whatever, email supported Amy Sews, but in the subject line, put
tag
attention Jim.
Yeah, tag Jim in there.
Put Jim hoodie. And that way it'll go to me.
I'll go.
Yes,
that's one I don't have to answer because I'm just starting my hoodie and Jim's already made his.
And I got to correct yours a little bit.
I know. What are we correcting?
Well, there's a little oops in your pocket, but we'll talk about that later.
But that's why it looks funny then.
Yeah.
What did I do?
This was the fold, and this is going to be.
Oh, I cut the wrong way. I guess I'm cutting another pocket. Well, the binding's pretty.
Yeah, the binding's
That's why I kept saying this looks like a diaper. It did not look right.
It's not supposed to look like a diaper.
I'll cut a new one.
Remember, what is our second motto?
Yeah.
We screw up.
We screw up so you don't have to. Right. Because that was a pattern deviant.
Yeah. It was a little, because.
That was
Should I share with them right now?
Yeah, go for
it. Okay. When you're making something like your hood, okay, this is going to be your hood pattern right here. Okay. And when you lay it out, if you look like Nancy already printed hers out, and if she checked it out, Nancy, right here, it says to place this on the fold. And you'll cut out 2 hoods like this. That's if the hood and the lining of the hood are of the same fabric. Amy chose to line hers with something different.
Difficult.
So basically what you're going to do then is when you lay down like your fleece and let's say your lining fabric, they won't be on the fold. What you're going to do is add 1/4 of an inch, and that's going to be a cut line. You'll then sew the 2 pieces along the curve on the outside, put the right sides together, and then sew this part together. Otherwise, if you were doing this as a self fabric lining, there'd be a fold here. You would sew all the way around the outside and then fold it in half to make your hoodie.
Right. But I had to be difficult. So so Debbie asked, so yes, you are correct. She doesn't see the downloads. And if you're a newbie, Debbie, then usually that stuff doesn't go up till the day of the actual class. Not now. I'm going to have Ed put this up tomorrow so you can go get your pattern. That was my fault. So thank you for bringing that to my attention. So we'll get this up tomorrow so you can get your paperwork. So that's come. So Carol has nothing in her library. So, all right, Carol. So here is the new rule for Amy Sews. We get Facebook messages, we get Messenger, we get Facebook posts, we get my personal email, we get a note on a live. support at Amy Sews is the best way for us to fix it, because Carol, when I turn this off, I will not remember to figure that out. So support at Amy Sews, send a quick email, everything will be resolved. And so if nothing's in your library, that's Ed or PJ. That's the customer support team. Jim's on the creative team. So that's Jim and I aren't allowed in the back of the computer. We're only allowed in front of it. So that's how we look at it. We got PJ and Ed and Heather in the back, and then us in the front. So that's how that works. Okay. All right. So anyway, I think we're good, right? They get their paper, they're going to get their pattern printed, they're going to get their directions printed so they can read through, circle, make notes.
And then your tip sheet will go over like the threads to pick out, the type of needles we use.
And I would say upsize if you want to be able to scrunch up inside of it. You have plenty of fabric. And if you don't want to cut out your hood and your pouch and save those so we don't screw up again, that's fine.
Or if you don't want to have a hoodie, you
can still make a cow neck.
Yeah, the pattern comes with various different neckline finishes. So you can do a cow neck, a mock cow neck,
a V-neck,
with a
ribbing.
A crew neck with a ribbing. So you get several options too.
Right. You have to if you want to do the V-neck, you have to remind us the night of the class to show you how to do the V-neck in a ribbing. So it's nice and clean. Okay. All right. So Vicky, are you coming on the Alaska cruise? Oh no, we aren't going to Alaska, girlfriend. It is way too early for that. We're heading south, what I call the normal Bahamas. St. Martin, St. Thomas, I don't know where all we're going, Roatan, I don't know, just that way. We're going where it's warm. July is Alaska, right? Although I've been to Alaska early, and it's a little chilly. It's fine. Okay. Let's see. Nancy's going to embroider and do some rhinestones, some bling bling from the workshop. Nancy. The quilt behind me, Sharon and I are going to be doing, that's a scan and cut project called Mix and Match Quilts. And those are 10-inch quilt squares and 4 different colors of fabric. One cut gives you 4 quilt blocks. And it's applique. It's machine applique. It's not embroidery. I can make it embroidery in a flash if that really makes you happy. But that's going to be a class. When did you guys decide? February, March?
February 15th.
February 15th. So that's coming up. I don't have the registration stuff up yet, but if you are a scan and cut fan, that's a wonderful quilt to make. And it's very easy. And Sharon has it templated, so everything lines up perfect as usual. I live with a bunch of perfectionists. Now, Carol, the ribbing is it's not like ribbing, but I will give you a tip. Since there's people on here in the box, without the box, whatever. If you were making a fleece coat, sweatshirt, anything that requires ribbing, and dye to match ribbing is virtually impossible. Amanda works with the garment world and in production and manufacturing. So what we need is what they consider leftovers.
Yeah.
So it's been a good marriage. But anyhow, when you need a cuff, you go to your favorite Mart store, you take your fabric swatch, you walk up and down the sock aisle. Oh, that's perfect. You lob the cuff off a sock. Boom, there is your ribbing. That is your dollar tip of the day.
Because like a lot of times when we go in that big box fabric store, they have that rib. This is like high-end ribbing. You know, it's much more finer, like you get in better dress clothing.
So you guys loved the Lycra. I found more Lycra kits. I don't know why, but if anybody wants a Lycra kit, just send an email to support at Amy Sews. We have probably 6 or 7. We probably can sell if you like that Lycra. But just like the Lycra and this fabric, she gets from manufacturers like Lululemon and the company that Dick sells for. And I can't think of the initials. I'm so out of it with athletic wear. If you haven't noticed, it's not exactly athleisure, and athletic wear isn't my normal wear. So, Carol, all Serger classes? No. We've made a quilt top. We've made bags. We've made pillow wraps. We've made trims
and pillows,
beaded necklaces, piping, bolsters, and we do all kinds of things. We try to do every other month some sort of, it's always a fabric, but people wanted garments. So like every other month is going to be a garment. So even though next month is fabric, it's not a hardcore garment. So if you aren't a big garment sewer,
it's like a garment accessory.
Yes, it's beautiful. I can't tell you because it's beautiful. But yeah, we try scan and cut every other month. We try to do fabric. So the scan and cut class for February, which one are we doing?
I don't know. They're both fun.
Oh my gosh, we have 2.
Maybe we should do the one, should I say, with that animal hide?
Yes.
Maybe we should do that one first.
Sure.
Okay. Give me more time to work on that other project I'm doing.
Perfect.
Okay. We're going to do that.
Yeah. So we're going to be working with faux crocodile and faux leather. Yeah. So hopefully you guys have a sewing machine laying around if you got to scan and cut.
You got to sew a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a tiny,
yeah.
It's a tiny bit of sewing.
But I got it done really simple.
It is going to be so well worth it. It's going to be something you're going to make 1,000 times for everybody you know. All right. Perfect. Janet's looking forward to making her hoodie. Me too, Lady Jane. I am so excited about this. I thank you guys so much for your support. We absolutely love it here. You're welcome to sprinkle this video out into the universe. The more we grow, the more we can procure, the more we can do. And anyhow, that's what we're hoping to do. So, all right, everybody, have a terrific night, because the more you know,
the more you sew.
Have a great night, everybody.
Night.